Hi, family. My name is Marvin. I'm a compulsive weight and measure. 3 meals off the GreySheet, and I turn them over to my sponsor and ask him my higher power. It's the most important thing in my life. First of all, I just want to thank the Freeport group, Trusted Service, Robin, Dave, Yiggy, and whoever's timing, etc., for allowing me to share, to give back to GSA today. I never know when I'm going to share, right? I would just like to say happy holidays to everyone. We have another one coming up next month, and then we have the new year. And this is the time to feast. You know, I'm a GreySheet member, you know what I'm saying? It goes by this Grey plan that comes from big numbers. I lost 110 pounds in 90 days. I think I wanted my misery to be refunded. I didn't think I had a problem with food. I could never call me a CEO. No way. You know, I just a little stuff, a little heavy, 350, 370. Who cares, right? I carried the weight, I could dance, I could do all these different things, and I thought that I was okay. And I say it, you know, like, I've been around here, my accident date is 3/17/92. I came here at the tender age of 29 and never looked back. You know, sometimes, you know, gotta remember this program is a moment at a time, really a second at a time. Those seconds become moments, become minutes. You know, it then becomes day at a time. Then it becomes a week. It becomes a month. Months become years. And next thing you know, you just keep waking up and just keep weighing a measure of food. The most spiritual thing I do 3 times a day, right? I didn't want to admit that food was my first substance that I got outside myself. And so, you know, the newcomer is the most important person in this meeting right now in the fun meeting. And, you know, the person is coming back, you're important. The person is learning this program for the first time, you're important. Time. I don't care what anyone said. Don't let nobody tell you that. Things I must earn. That's what time is. So the years that I earned this, and I did not do it alone. I did it with people like Dave and other people that's on this meeting right now. You know, I was sitting at meetings in New York City, and about a year and a half ago, you know, I'm clear. I come from another 12-step program. I just made 38 years on the 18th of November, right? So I came in here young, right? And I thought that, why am I here? You know, and when I came around in another program, was a lot of people that did things that I didn't do, so I didn't think I was an addict. Then I come in here, and I said, well, this must be the woman's disease. You know, this can't be me, right? And I asked my mother, and I said, why me? Why am I a messed up person? Why? She said, no. You're a sick person, but this is your journey. That's what my mother told me. My mother was my spiritual advisor, and I lost her, you know, it'll probably be 2 years when March comes up. And I lost my father for probably 3 years prior to that. So, you know. And sometimes I wonder, I feel alone. And I was able to go today just to talk, work out with my son, my youngest son. You know, he boxes, he does MMA, he's in college. You know, I box, believe it or not. I lift weights, we train, and he hang. You know what I'm saying? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I'm able to do something positive because of this program, GSA. Well, this wasn't always GSA. This was Overeaters Anonymous. People don't like to say it. And next thing, you know, we got lost, right? So, I was a year, and I ain't see no literature. I ain't see nothing. I'm like, what's going on here? And I had a spiritual awakening. So it took me a year to get a spiritual awakening saying, where's the literature and everything else? And coming from another 12-step program. And I said, something got to be done. I started to investigate like a cop. I did some investigation, got some permission for some people, made a subcommittee, got together. I was a leader of some things, and we was able to bring it to one of the biggest events that we do in GSA, the roundup, and say, hey, we had a survey and we brought these things up. And so this is what people need to know about me. I've been working on this since I had a year and a half, but it took all the way to 1998 for us to become nonprofit and get corporate status, right? But I was working on this thing for some years before it can get there. So that tells me, think about it. I worked on it 4 years before everything could come into existence. And I was, and people was wondering why I was doing what I was doing. You know why? Because like I said, when I got on the meeting, right? What can I do for GSA? Not what GSA could do for me. This is for me, this program is built on gratitude and unconditional love, right? And this is what it's built on. And how do we keep this message going? And that was the drive inside of me with people, it was a 7th edition, was able to do some things in this program so we can have this today. So when you're doing this type of work, I'm not thinking about the outcome. I just didn't want this program to perish after we pass away, that someone that's struggling would have another way to come and deal with the compulsive overeating that includes anorexia and bulimia. We are CEOs here. You know what I'm saying? This is GSA. This ain't no other program. So don't get it twisted. This is GreySheeters Anonymous. This is no other program. And guess what? The gray sheet is ours because we paid for it. So when I hear other things at other meetings, I'm like, what are they talking about? If you want to go there, Overeaters Anonymous is always available. If you don't like what I say, I'm not saying it for you to like it. This is real. This is GreySheeters Anonymous. No other program. All right? And we worked hard on what we have. And I'm glad that the torch has been passed and we're elevating the program. And I can't see nothing but this future of this program getting better with people that's willing to serve. How could I stay here and don't do service to help another compulsive overeater? How could I look in the mirror and don't do service? But, service is sometimes just showing up to a meeting or just helping the newcomer that's the most important thing who walks in here. It's so important. There's so many service givers today, but we need more. We need more. And so me and Dave right now, and a few people that might be on this meeting listening to me, are making history right now, what we're doing. Because we are still in the beginning stages, even though it's coming up on 27 years to be legally in existence. We're still in the beginning stages, and we're building. And the thing is that it's always principle before personnel. Well, I don't want to do service because I don't get along with this person. It ain't about that person. It's about keeping the door open for these new people when they come into the rooms, right? And, I'm a person that went back and forth to the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really want to give y'all a food log today. You understand? I want to give y'all something that's spiritual. I don't want to give you no food or log. You know what I mean? Because I went back and forth in the refrigerator. And they used to just say, he's a greedy little boy. And I didn't know what's going on. And then other things came and got in the way of that. And I used other substances. But I definitely belong here. But, sometimes some of us can't do the service that others do. But it's very important that it's a lot of things. Just coming to a meeting being a timer. This coming to a meeting and being a co-host, right? This going to a live meeting being a treasurer. Whatever you want to do, it's things that we can do. You don't have to do high levels of service to be a part of GSA. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just don't get it that, some of my counterparts be around here and I'm asking, what are you doing for GSA? Right? And I'm like, what are you doing for? I don't want to hear your complaints. Because I'm going to tell you, my struggles when I was doing it, don't think that it was easy. I had some struggles here. I had people that was questioning me. You understand? But guess what? I walk and talk with God. If you don't believe in God, good or direction. I'm not religious. I walk and talk with God. I do God's work. And I don't do it alone. I do it with other people. So if you think that, it's just 3 things in here. And I'm going to just tell you just like it is. All right? So abstinent is 3 weighing and measured meals a day. The way we do, and we gain some time in here, right? And then there's another part of this process where we start to clean up, right? So that means I'm giving some of my stuff to another human being that I would never give it to. And then, in some of us, it's recovering a day at a time. Well, I'm a recovering compulsive overeater. I don't know about anybody else. I cannot be absent from the substance and stay here. But you have to get absent from the substance first. Because you know what's going to happen? I'm only 1 bite away. If I have behaviors around the food that I cannot control. So I have to be able to do this with people. I'm not food. I'm not cured. I have behaviors that tell me I don't have behaviors. I have a disease that tells me that I don't have no disease. I have things that tells me in between my ears that you're not a compulsive overeater. You okay. You normal. What's normal? I don't want to be normal. I tell you, man, since I've been weighing and measuring my food, the peace that I have, the peace that I have by weighing and measuring my food is unbelievable, right? And a lot of times, you be around civilians that don't do what we do, right? And they think they saying something slick to me. And I'm saying I pick it up right away. You know why that's happening? Because I come here, I make meetings, I use a sponsor, I get involved, right? And it gives me some type of clarity in my life. So I can know when I'm hearing stuff that's not really true because I'm abstinent. It's not because I'm Marvin A. It's because I'm abstinent, right? And sometimes I feel that I have a jump on them, if I could take advantage of them. You understand? But I try not to practice those type of behaviors. No matter what, no matter who, I don't have to eat in between no matter what. Even no matter how I feel. Because it ain't going to change a thing. None of that is going to change. So what I need to do is lead by example. I've been, I've been working outdoors. I'm indoor and outdoor now, but I worked outdoors most of my life, right? And I was in every storm that you could think of, right? And I had to prepare my food. If it was several meals, you know what I'm saying? This is about protecting my abstinence, right? And when you out there in a snowstorm or something like or sandy or something like that, what are you going to do now? It's so very important that I pick up the phones and call someone, if I'm going through something and not trying to take it on my own shoulders. I had to weigh my food on top of trucks. All kinds of stuff has happened to me, but I stayed abstinent. But you know what my best tool was? That telephone. Call someone, get an answer. Oh, I didn't get nobody. Like, well, if I get some numbers around here and I reach out, you know what I'm saying? You newcomers, reach out. We put our numbers in the chat. We doing this stuff on the Zoom. We're people that it was Zoom, but we didn't do meetings on the Zoom for GSA. We had the phone bridge, but we didn't do this. If you have a real opportunity, to grab numbers and use the tools even better than we had. It was times that there was no cell phones, okay? We had the recorders. We had to do a lot of different things. You have a lot of technology that can help the newcomer. So it's no reason, no excuse for me to eat in between. So I don't. Because it ain't going to change nothing. Because when I wake up, I'm going to still be a compulsive overeater. You know what I'm saying? And I have found some acceptance that I'm going to be a compulsive, and this is a disease that, they only could be arrested a day at a time. But I have to give myself a break. I have to stop telling myself lies. I must tell myself truth. I must reach out when I don't want to reach out. I must reach out when I'm supposed to reach out. Like my life depends on it, because my life does depend on it. You know what I mean? This is worse than any substance that I ever put down. And the funny thing about it is I got to touch it 3 times a day. It ain't like alcohol. It ain't like drugs. You know? I got to touch this. You know? Oh, you really did discipline. I ain't disciplined about nothing. Okay? What I am is teachable. Right? Teachable. And guess what? My life depends on this. That, you know what I mean? That scale weighs my whole life. You know? And when I get on the scale once a month, it tells me what I'm doing. Hey, Mom, you've been eating a lot of that stuff. That's heavy stuff there. You maybe need to come down a little bit. What do you think? No, I don't care. I'm abstinent. You know what I mean? Hey, Mom, maybe you need to, don't eat so much of this or eat so much of that. Those are the things I tell myself now, but that's after being abstinent for a long time. Marv, you're getting too small. You're starting to lose a little muscle. Well, Marvin, you're 62 years old. You've been around here almost 33 goddamn years. What do you expect is going to happen, right? In reality, I'm happy, joyous, and free. I'm not just saying I'm happy, joyous, and free. I feel it. I'm happy, joyous, and free because guess what? I got a meal coming. I ate 2 already. They was weighed and measured. This is what this is about. If you want a food log, you would have to go to another meeting and get one of those. And because we have a few of those people that like to do that, and we need them too. Just like I said in the beginning, we need people that's abstinent. We need people that's clean. We need people that's recovering compulsive overeater. We need you all. We all need to be in the same room because none of us is better than. But I'm letting you know it's the process. And I know who I'm talking to too, believe me. And you know why? Because I got clarity because I've been waiting to measure my food for a long damn time. That's all I have. That's all I have in front of anybody. I know that if I eat that first compulsive bite and I take that first compulsive bite, it is over. It is over for me. And then it's not just about me. Yes, the first thing is I do it for myself, but I do it for others. Everything I have done, I did it for others because someone said, Marvin, you the one. It wasn't me. I didn't ask to be the one, and I didn't want to be the one. I'm a man. Okay? I can lose the weight and say, forget this. What I'm doing going to meetings? I don't weigh and measure my food on the scale. I don't need to go to the gym because I don't care. You got to understand something. I'm from the city. I'm from New York City. And I put my scale on the table in front of anybody. And when they want to ask a question, they ask a question. If I don't want to answer you, I'm not going to answer you. That's the type of guy. But I come from a different thing. But we all the same. You understand? We all the same. And sometimes they say, Mom, you kind of, strange and stuff you do there. I say, yeah, maybe I am strange. But I wonder what you are. You know what I'm saying? Take your own inventory. And what I do a lot is look in the mirror. Because, I look in the mirror because you know what? I don't want to look in the mirror and look at myself and see what parts I play in and what can I do better? Who can I help? That's the way I think. Who can I help tonight? If I help one person on this meeting, I did my job. I don't have to help everybody. And everybody might not agree with me. I don't care if you don't agree with me or not. I'm not here for that. But I know one thing. I'm here to help that person that's coming in for the first time. That person that's coming in here for 100 times. That person that's coming here that's staying abstinent. To give a clear message of what we do here in GSA. And to bottom out, the reality is a natural thing for a compulsive overeater. So when we doing what we're doing, we are going against the grain. And we do not have to do it alone. Take the great plan and take it home and color it and don't call nobody. I'm going to turn my food over. Don't talk to nobody. You don't think I get nervous to call up somebody new? It's easy for me to go to the same people that I've been talking to all these years. How you doing? I'm absent and grateful. That's how you start off. I use that. I'm absent and grateful. How are you? I'm absent and grateful too. Oh, no, I'm not. I picked up. That's so right. Brush yourself up and come back. It's like the mafia. Once you come in here, you can't get out. You know what I'm saying? So why do you keep coming? Just stay here. Follow some suggestions, right? Pick up the phone. Use the tools of the program. Make a meeting. Call your fool to your sponsor. You make mistakes. Call. Tell somebody you made a mistake. Don't run with the mistake. I've been running with mistakes for my whole life. Tell the truth. Oh, I dropped something on the floor. Tell the truth. That's all you have to do. You don't have to be rigid about this. This is not a this program here. You can live by it. It's not rigid. And they call it the Nazi program. It's only the Nazi program when I make it the Nazi program. Thank you for letting me share. Thank you for letting me have me here. And I guess that's it.